Hey everybody, what the heck? Oh, well, okay, I guess I had my finger on that. How y'all doing? Something's got to make noise in my videos every time I start them, don't it? Don't it? And the sad thing is I don't feel that cold in here. How y'all doing today? I'm doing better. We're finally out here at the farm, and I think we're going to get another motor ready. I wanted to work on the 454, which is right there where the 454 is. But there's a cam button that goes in there. It's too long, it needs to be machined off, and I don't have that, and the guy that would do that is closed for today already. So, and I know you guys want Mama Bear to build a motor, but I need these parts ate up instead of sitting all over the place, so I think that's going to be today. Now on this motor build here, it is nothing special. It's just a stock 350. It's probably going to be like one of the motors I built years ago. I'm going to put it together. It rotates. We're calling it good. I'm not checking any clearances. Actually, I think I already checked the clearances. I'm just going to do an old-fashioned build like I done years ago. And we're just going to put it together, and it's a street motor. It's not a go fast motor, so I may just go ahead and check the rings, but I don't think I'm even going to do that. So this is just going to be hey, I blew my motor Friday and I need to be to work Monday kind of build, which that did happen to me years ago. Friday night, motor let loose, and I had to put another motor in, and yep, we got one motor done, put it in, and the guy that did the heads screwed up the heads. So then we ended up pulling that motor back out and then slapping an old 400 small block in. That was a lot of work in the weekend. That was back when I was young enough to do that stuff. So 3 motor pulls and a rebuilt motor, and yeah. So I gotta get the pistons and rods out and look at them, see if I got to run them through. It's because they haven't been covered, so they're probably dusty dirty, so I'm going to have to run them through the parts washer, wash everything down, re-oil the wrist pins and all that, and then we're going to kind of slam this motor together. So I know Mama Bear, and like Mama said, I've got plenty of motors to build. I could let her put the 400 together, or 377 when we decide to get some stuff, but I'm just looking to put something together, have it running, ready to go, and maybe get them pedaled. I know everybody's really switching over to the LS motors, and yeah, the old cast iron stuff. It's old school, but I think we're going to see a little bit more of it come back around because we have a local drag strip opening up now. But irregardless, we're going to get this one together and get the parts ate up, so I'm not shuffling parts around anymore. So it's getting to be that time. So with that, I'll get I'm not going to really show the washing of the pistons and all this and blowing everything down, wiping it. This is just I'm in a bind, need a motor build, and I won't have the intake for this until Tuesday or so, because I did take that in to get the intake cleaned and checked for straightness and that, and I'm going to have a nice simple little aluminum intake on it and just run. So alright, we'll be back. Well, look at there, it's been a little bit, quite a little bit. Had a visitor stop by and, you know, washing up, drying these, wiping these down, getting them all dust free and everything, and then making sure everything was clean on the block, wiping everything down. Just got to make sure clean. Well, I got the rings on the pistons, got the rod bearings laying there, and I'm finally getting to use my engine building tray. Got them laid out, and there's still 283 crank. And oh boy, I don't know what's going on, but I've had my cell phone for, I don't know, a long time, and it's been US. It's been a certain company. I ain't going to say, because right now I'm going the rounds with them. For some reason, when I first started with this said company, I was through another said company. Well, that transferred out of them, and now for some reason, after 4 or 5 years, all of a sudden, well, you were with this one. We should have never let you come over to this. Well, you're the same thing, same place. You take the money. So they have throttled my phone down to where the 4G will not work, and they will not fix it until a bunch of other BS. So I guess I'm looking for a new cell phone. I told them, nope. So I honestly don't know why after all this time all of a sudden became a big problem. So I feuded with that, and well, at 327 I drug home. We're going to be building that. Get that done, ready to run, and possibly sold, so yeah. Anyway, I'm just digging out the ratchets and that, and I had ring compressors. No, the cylinder. Yeah, ring compressors, yeah. Duh. Japers, I'm having a heck of a time. And I did not realize this motor was 60 over. I guess I didn't look at it that close, because when I took it down, I knew 30 wasn't going to work. I thought it went 40, but it went 60. So, yeah. So, and like I said, this motor's just being built to be a daily driver. Nothing fancy. You want to have fun with it, you can have fun with it. But not for extended times, not until you get some mileage on it. But, so yeah. I guess we'll get this. I gotta get a 1/4-inch ratchet for my ring compressor, because I can't use my rings because I never bought one for 60 over. I got the 30-40, and then I had another YouTuber make some, and I gotta find them. I put them away, and when I got going on this motor, he asked me about them. I said, oh no, I hadn't used them yet. And now that I've hauled the bench out of here, I got to find them. I'm thinking they're in the office. Now they're around here somewhere. I'll find them. But anyway, I guess I'll get what I need so we can get my goal is to have all 8 pistons in this motor, because the heads and intake won't be back until next week. I guess this ain't going to be a full engine build this weekend. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. We'll just see how far we get. Trying to clean up stuff. Get this extra stuff done. And oh, and I think we finally figured out why Chop Shop's motor was missing so bad. You know, when I tore his motor down, I didn't find any real obvious problems on what was wrong with that motor. Well, I need to, since he had her hot, and I need those heads cleaned and crack checked to see if they're any good. We rolled them over today, where I dropped them off, and I think we figured it out. One head had the hardened seats put in, the other head didn't. Valves are sunk in the head, the exhaust valves. So, yeah. That might have been why Shop's motor ran so crappy. So, I still got to measure the bore and all that, see if it's going to stay where it's at, or if I'm going to have to bore it over or whatever. So, anyway, got plenty of blocks around here, plenty. So, anyhow, I guess get the tools I need and we'll get back to work. Well, you know it's never going to fail. I've been looking around. I couldn't remember what the last motor was, but I used this white lithium grease. And some of you've asked, what is it? There you go. So use. I know I'm like, what was the last motor? What was the last motor? 454. I know there's a tube of this around here open. I found the one that I use for like farm machinery stuff that's got a little bit of dirt on that. If I get dirt on here, I will not use it in my motors. And do you think I can find that other one? I'm looking around one more time because you know, as soon as I cut this open, I'll go look up and go, there it is. But hasn't worked out to that way yet. So, yeah. Why I've called, supper's going to be a little later. That's good. So I want to at least get all 8 pistons. Come on, cut off. I'm trying to cut that off without it spraying all over the place. There we go. I'd like to have all 8 pistons in this thing tonight, so I'm trying. Since I don't have my big work table, I'm kind of re-teaching myself what the how to lay this out. So yep, this is a 352 bolt. And you know what? I finally found my missing gloves, so I got them, I just will use them. Right? Found them, use them. Use them, find them. So couldn't find them before. So we'll just stick them right there. I got some black nitro ones around, but hey, okay. All right. Trying to get set up here. Okay. Anything else I gotta get before I forget again? I don't think so this time. Anyway, yes I do. Start it. Now I might be ready. Oh, okay. I can lay there. Alright. Pick up number one. Number one. This one has an arrow on the front of the motor for the piston to point to the front. Old motors, bearing tank to the outside. Crank's been wiped down and everything. So rings have been installed and double checked. And like I always do, I make sure I'm 180 with the 2 rings. One gap here, one gap there, so. And why this is, okay. Gotta get these open. Oh! I got thinking about it. It's been a while since we built a motor. I know we've been working on the 454, but it's been a while since we've actually sat down and, oh, maybe that one a bit. It's like, why do I have some like lube on there when I cut the thing open? Okay. Yep. Alright. Got the correct size bearings this time. So yeah, we'll get Mama Bear to build a motor here in the near future. Feels like there's a grease. You don't want nothing on the back side of these bearings. And actually I have nice clean. Alright. These are all been washed, wiped down, and ready to go, so Okay. There we go. See how I put those on? If you put them sideways like this, it will let the bearing fall out. You turn them 180 degree, and then you help hold your bearing while you're knocking it down. Okay, got that turned. That opened up. Since I washed these, you got to relube the wrist pin. And I've got a kind of a special, not special, but I got some stuff in here mixed up the and don't let it clank the rods. Don't do the maracas like this, because if you do that, you'll have a piston that's bigger than the bore. There's that. Make sure it's free moving. Okay. This is where the controversy comes in with some people. Oh, you don't use that here. I do. I have, and I've had great luck with it. This is why you wanted the gloves. I guess when I go to the parts house, again, I'm going to have to get some more of this stuff. Because, like I said, I got about 5 or 6 motors and we're going to get together and try and pedal. Let the excess there. These are still apart. And this tool usually has its own driver, but and you got to make sure it goes on the piston square too. See how that's up like that? That won't let it go in right. So you got to. That's why we got this little guy. I'm gonna go brass. You want it to be as flat as possible. Okay, bearing ting to the front. I mean, not the bearing. Yeah, bearing ting to outside. Piston arrow towards the piston, towards the front. Make sure the crank's down. Make sure that's all there. That was number 1. So cranks down. Here we go. Just that simple. And if you're knocking that in and then all of a sudden it gets tight, stop. I learned that the hard way when I first started out doing this. Okay. Reach down, guide her on the rod, on the crank. There we go. That. Okay, and here's the corresponding cap. very lightly if you have to. That's good that the bearing went on that hard. Bearing ting to the outside. Because if you put this on wrong, how can I get you guys closer? If you put this on, okay. See, this is how this is radiused here, and this side sharp. If you put that in backwards, that gets tight against your crank and locks up the motor. Don't ask me how I know. A lot of stuff you learn by mistakes, so. Didn't mean to shake you guys around so much, but. So anyway. Okay, since I got that down there, I want to use this up. Thread loop on the rods. Okay, bearing ting out. Oh, I forgot a socket for these, but hope everybody's ready for the giveaway Sunday night. Even though my phone ain't working like it's supposed to, we do have other avenues. Stretch it quick. Ratchet I'm using here. Check that out. Old Armstrong. And when I worked at trailer manufacturer years ago, watched a guy throw it away. I'm like, why are you throwing it away? It's no good. I'm like, well, turn it in on warranty. Nope, just pitched it. Okay, he says it's been rebuilt too many times. Well, the directional thing was missing. And I talked to an older Snap-on man at the time. I says, hey, you got something like that? I would just try to see if it worked. He looked at it, rolled his eyes. It's like, yeah, it'll work. I'm like, oh, really? He said, oh, yeah. Wow, there's the first rotations. Okay, get number 3 down. That's not bad. So yeah, he Snap-on man fixed it for me. And I was like, cool. So, all right, well, I only got to do this 7 more times. I won't bore you with all that, but you just got to keep everything clean, keep it organized, and work carefully, and don't force anything. So, alrighty, well, I want to bring you guys back when I got more. I'll get you guys shut off. Oh yeah, I can use this one. Well, spins pretty good. So, I'm happy with that. And I see I got to put the galley plugs in here, which that means I probably forgot the one down under. Well, I didn't forget, I just haven't got to. And you guys don't worry, Mama Bear's going to build the motors. She's going to just do a different one. She's like, well, I'll get this one done so you can get it sold, so. Oh. So that's what I'm doing. I needed some shop time. I thought I had everything here to put it together this weekend, but I forgot. Took in that stuff, and it'll be there. So yeah, if this was an actual, oops, I blew my motor Friday night and need it running Monday, I'd been in trouble. So, oh, sad thing is I can't even remember where I got this motor from now. Let's see what year. I think I figured this out was a 75. Yeah, it's a 75. E29 is 75. It's just 2-bolt main, 350. And evidently it's been decked somewhere along the way. Oh yeah, that's right. This was a rebuilt motor when I got it. That's right. Like a Marshall or, I don't know, whatever ones used to paint them gray. I think that was Marshall. But we're getting her all fixed up now. And I got looking around. I thought I had an oil pan. Don't think I have an oil pan to fit this old motor. I got all the new stuff, all the Vortex stuff and that. Oh well, we'll get her. We'll get her one way or another. So, yep, I'm just tired of having parts laying around. It's time to turn them in the motors again. Get them all done up and ready to go. And I had a little 283. I don't know what anybody really want with that, but maybe that might get put in a little buggy or something. Or got that old Tahoe out here. Maybe we'll turn that into a farm vehicle and use that 283 in there. Have fun around the farm. Have a beater. So I guess. And I gotta see I got enough pipe plugs for that, and I wish this block, I took it and had it clean, but they didn't. The acid or whatever he used did not remove the paint or nothing, so I don't care. As my dad would say, looks don't make them run any better. That's what he said about trucks. My dad couldn't figure out why people would spend the money they do on the trucks. Don't make them run any better. So, another guy that built motors, he refused to paint his race motors because he says that's weight. Well, I guess you think about it, if you use 2 gallons of paint, that's, I don't know how many pounds you actually added to the car. So, there's time and place for that stuff. But so yeah, I guess I'll go through, pop the rear cap off, make sure that plugs up there above the rear main seal, otherwise it won't have any oil pressure. Then we'll be tearing it all back out to do that. And no, do it right the first time. Maybe. Oh, had a guy try telling me something today on a block, and I'm like, no, that's just a 354 volt main to me. But I don't know. Yeah, this one's got 010, 509, and 020. So I don't know what they were trying to do in 1975, but here, I'll show you what I've talked about before. Some blocks in the 70s, see how thick this is and how thin that is? That's what they called core shift. The cam's in its correct spot, but the better that you can find the block where this is equal around, the better the cam's centered. Granted, it'll run. I ran race motors like that. It'll run. They just it's not the best casted block you could have got your hands on, so yeah. I'll put you guys back on the stand, sorry. So I guess our quick little weekend build is not going to be so quick, but at least now I got a box of pistons that are not in risk of getting knocked down and having the pistons to get destroyed when they hit the floor. So yeah, that did ding a little bit ago, didn't it? But anyway, I guess at the time of the making of this video, there was a drawing going on, or is the drawing, so I'm kind of doing this so as people watches this later, they ain't going looking. December 10th of 2017, I am having the giveaway. I'm going to start the live show around 6 p.m. Central Time, and at 7 p.m., as long as everything's working where we know the live stream's going to stay and no problems, we will have the drawing, because I don't want to be in the middle of the drawing and have a glitch, because I don't want anybody saying, hey, what? So, providing everything's working right, at 7 p.m. on that Sunday night, which is tomorrow night from the day that I made this video, is when we're doing the tool drawing. And good luck to everybody. It looks like I got about 80-85 people entered, so I guess y'all got one in an 80-85 chance of winning, so we'll see how that goes. And so yeah, I think the wife works tomorrow, so I think tomorrow, and I gotta look around, I gotta find the camshaft I was going to use in this, and time of chaining gear. I might have used that. I thought I had another one, but I'm not sure, so thought I had everything, but I may not have. So yep, and this motor, I'm not checking no clearances. It's just going to be, it rotates, it's going to run kind of motor. I know you guys are going, that ain't going to work. Yeah, it has. There was quite a few motors. I mean, somebody wants a cheap motor, that's how you make a cheap motor. You put the time in the checking the clearances and everything else, and that's your labor. I mean, people want stuff cheap, so you do it cheap. I mean, like I said, I won't sell this to anybody that thinks they're going to put it in a drag car and go drag racing with it. I'll sell it to them, but they're going to have the understanding is they go drag racing with it, there is no guarantee. There is. You blow it up out there on that drag strip, it's your baby, not mine. So, something just bugged me. Anyway, there's more room. Because I can wrap these, get these motors run, broke in, so they're well oiled up inside. Which, I do have some oil I can break this in with. That's got zinc in it, and I gotta remember that. And you guys dealing with these older motors, you gotta remember you gotta add zinc to your oil. So, which kind of goofy, but it is what it is, I guess. Stupid little things that bug you. Ouch. Anyway. Oh, let's see. Oh, threads are maybe screwed up on that one. But, yeah, so the more I get taken care of out of this corner, it means the more further I can put these motors back. Oh, that's what I was saying. Get these running broke in, then I've got a roll of cellophane. I can wrap them up and everything, and I got the little engine stands I'm making. Put them back in the corner, and just ride them. So, I guess sitting here in pieces like they are, they're not really, well, they're worth stuff, but for me, the shop space is premium, and I need it back. So, Anyway, I guess I can't think of anything else to really talk about right now other than see you guys tomorrow night at the live show. So take her easy, have a good one, and stay safe.